Happee Knitters, and welcome back to our channel.
Hello.
Hi. I don't know why we got the tickles already. My name is Yolanda.
I'm Jordan.
And we live right outside of Dallas, Texas with my husband. I have a 4-year-old daughter and his brother named Dante, who is 16. And Jordan is 13.
13.
Going on 50. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, so welcome back. This is episode 25. You're not gonna. I hate that you don't do the jingle anymore.
Welcome back to episode 25.
25.
That doesn't work as well.
No, your voice has gotten too deep and it's not quite.
Welcome back to episode 25.
Okay, you just ruined
25.
it. You just ruined it for me. So anyway, guys, we have lots of content today. Most of it, it's a little bit of sewing at the end. I've got some questions that I want you guys to give me your opinions on. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, glass of wine, whatever your preference is. Like I said, whenever you're watching this, and let's get started. Okay, so last week I put up a video. Stop.
Ow.
That's what you get. Last week I put up a video showing as an extension to my Dollar Tree haul that I did I think last year. So if you have not seen that video, go check it out. You may find some ideas that may be helpful for you. And Dollar Tree is always on my list of things that I love to go, places that I love to go shop for inexpensive storage organization ideas. And also in that video, if you make a comment on the video, then you are entered in a raffle, a giveaway, in order to be able to win those items that you saw on that video. First, I want to start off by showing you guys something fun. So Mari from the Hooked on Needles podcast, who I met this past summer, she sent me a DM on Instagram, and her kids were kind of playing around, and they thought it would be a fun idea for us to create a t-shirt for Jordan with a saying that I always do on the podcast. So she kind of drew out a little drawing or whatever, and she sent it to me. And since I have a Cricut, I decided it kind of would be fun to do that. So Jordan, I want you to show them the shirt that I made you. It has the Happee Knits logo on the front. And on the back, this was Jordan's idea to put hashtag move your head. Can you, move your head. Because you guys know, if you have been watching the podcast any length of time, whenever I need the camera to focus on what I'm showing, Jordan's head is always in the frame and it focuses on him and not the item. And I'm always constantly telling him to move his head. So we thought that was a fun idea. And thank you, Mari, for that idea. So I think it's a cool conceptual idea. And immediately when I told him about it, he was like, Mama, let's make a shirt. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So there it is, guys. And so he actually wore that shirt to school. And of course, people were saying, what does move your head mean? And what did you tell them?
It's an inside joke.
It's an inside joke. You got to be a member of the podcast to understand what we're talking about. Right. Okay, so let's move on. So at the beginning of each podcast, I talk to you guys about Knit Crate, and because I am an ambassador for Knit Crate, as many of you already know, and if you watch other podcasters, you also know, you've also seen October's Knit Crate subscription. So it is $24.99 a month. You get 2 skeins of yarn to either knit with or crochet with. They also send you a crochet pattern and a knit pattern to be able to knit any of the patterns that they have for that month. So I will put up in this area here a coupon code. So for 20% off your first order of Knit Crate, if you are not currently a member. So you guys might want to check that out. I have absolutely loved everything that I have gotten from Knit Crate thus far, and I have gotten several packages. But I'm going to be honest with you, I took a look at October's Knit Crate and I was lukewarm about it. Now, just because I am an ambassador does not mean that I don't give my true opinions on what I like and dislike. And just because it wasn't necessarily my... Are you mocking me? Yes. Anyway, just because I felt lukewarm about it does not mean that it's not your flavor of the month. So I'm going to show it to you and you guys can decide. But like I said, I've loved everything that they have sent me. This was just not my jam this month. Does that make sense? So, Jordan, I always like for you to open up the knit crate. So show them that one and I'll read what it is. Okay, the light is born.
It just looks like a white skein of yarn.
But honestly, but doesn't it look like it's a very, very pale blue and a very, very pale blue and white. And this is the sock subscription. Is this a sock subscription? Wow, they really have done quite a bit with their
the little
books. This is really, really nice. Hold on, let me see if that is...
Actually works a little better but from back here.
It does? Okay. Okay, so anyway, sorry guys, we're totally unorganized as usual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not.
It's being blown out a little bit, but like I said, not a lot. It's almost a faint blue. Yeah, it is a faint blue. So anyway, this is their October this is their October pamphlet for the month, and it's called Inspirations. And it has okay, so let me back up and say I might not be crazy about the yarn this month, but this book has
it's a cool looking sock.
Socks in it. Oh, let me see if I can show that. A sock pattern. It's got a diamond lace hat.
This looks confusing.
It's got a cowl. And these are all patterns, guys, for this month. So this is actually a good month to get into Knit Crate because they actually have quite a few patterns in this book.
And the month ends soon.
There we go. I think we need to adjust our lights, Jordan. So anyway, so what's the content of the yarn, Jordan?
80% superwash merino, 20% nylon.
And how much do you get?
402 yards.
402 yards. So like I said, I'm not crazy about the color scheme, but these patterns in this book are quite lovely, if I do say so myself. And I do say so myself. So anyway, so that is...
Colorway is morning.
Oh yeah, that'd be good to let them know. Colorway is morning. Okay, so the next set of the next set of yarn that I got from them is the Audine Wools Halo in DK, and it's in the colorway Mouse. It is a gray color, and yeah, nothing like just jumps out at me. I'm gonna be honest. So I don't know, it's something about this month's colorway that's just kind of got me a little lukewarm. So anyway, so it's the same. So the book you get with these are the same as the sock knit crate. So check that out. And like I said, this book for October has quite a few patterns in it. So I think that you will be a very happy camper with that. I'm trying to see if there's any crochet. Because, yep, they do have crochet in here. I just want to make sure for those of you who crochet that you are getting your money's worth as well. So you guys check out Knit Crate. And like I said, for most of the time, most of the things that I've gotten from them, I have been in love with. And I'm just okay with this month's. But you know, I don't think I have to love everything. Because that's the beauty of the subscription, is kind of the surprise that you get each month. So yeah. So anyway, so that is the Knit Crate subscription for October. So let's move on to, let's move on to, okay guys, I actually need to get your opinion on something. So, and I'm going to ask Jordan his opinion too, because you guys always like to hear from him. So I have a question, and it's kind of, I really do value you guys' opinion, so I want to know what you think about this. So I ordered 2 skeins of yarn from a dyer. She is somewhat popular on Instagram. She's an independent dyer, and she has an Etsy shop. And I have ordered from her in the past, I think one other time last year. And I had no problems with my order. So back in August, I ordered 2 skeins of yarn from her. And these are not ready-made skeins, so they're made to dye. So, you know, you can take in the 3 weeks time that it takes to have her dye those. And I wasn't in a hurry for them anyway, so that was not a big deal. Well, probably about 4 weeks had gone by, and the dyer actually contacted me on Etsy, through Etsy, and said, hey, I had an issue with my shipment order, but your skeins of yarn will go out the following Saturday. Totally fine with that, no problem, great communication, that was fabulous. So after that Saturday, about 2 weeks had gone by, and I had not received my order, nor had I got an order shipment confirmation from Etsy. So I contacted her via Etsy, and I said, hey, I'm just calling, I'm just checking on my order to see, you know, where you are with it, blah 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 blah, etc. And because I didn't know if she had fallen ill or if something had happened to her, because, you know, life happens, right? So she never responded to me via Etsy. So I noticed that she was posting on Instagram. So I said, well, maybe something's wrong with her Etsy account. Let me try to DM her through Instagram. So I did that, and absolutely no contact whatsoever. So a week went by, and she absolutely did not contact me. I contacted her again. I received no. Is this story boring you already? Son, you need to start going to bed on time.
I do.
Okay, anyway, let me finish the story, guys. So I finally had to get Etsy involved. I had to open up a case to have them investigate what the issue was. So after Etsy stepped in, 2 or 3 days later, I get a shipment notification basically saying that she printed the label. Not that she shipped it, but that she printed the label. So I said, great, I'm going to go ahead and get my order. It's going to be fine. Life is going to be good, blah, 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 blah. 5 days after that, no shipment confirmation from Etsy saying that my order had shipped. So I had to escalate this order. I had to escalate with Etsy in order for them to refund my money, because they basically told the seller that if she could not provide confirmation that she had shipped my order, that they could suspend her Etsy account. So she had, I think, 48 hours in order to prove that she had shipped my item. Well, of course she didn't. She hadn't shipped my item, so she ended up finally giving me a refund, a forced refund, because Etsy made her give me a refund. So my question to you guys is, as a small business owner myself, I know that reviews are very important to us, and in my heart, I didn't want to ding her for it. But on the other hand, I went through and read all of her reviews for this year, and this happened to 4 other people. And it's just weird, because she is a good dyer, very good dyer, and she usually, like I said, I've ordered from her in the past, so I don't know why she absolutely ignored my my messages to her completely. It was almost like she is non-confrontational, but I wasn't confrontational at all. I just said, hey, I'm just wondering about my order. My question to you is, do you write a review, a truthful review about your experience, or do you just let it go and just chalk it up to, you know, I've gotten my refund, I should just let it go and move on? That's what I want to know from you guys. Do you ding a small business owner for not having good customer service, or do you just let it go? What would you do?
For a small business owner,
She's a small business owner. This may be her bread and butter.
you let it go.
And why do you say that? Because if I don't give her a review, then other potential buyers may come into the same particular snenario.
Yeah, but didn't you say that other people had already reviewed?
Yes. So adding one more is not gonna. They've already put forth this year that 4 people have already said that she's done the same thing to them. So that should be good enough, right?
Right.
Okay. So you heard from the man, the boy,
The wise dude.
the wise dude. So you guys let me know what you would do. Like I said, she's already had negative comments from 4 other people this year. Do I not add mine because the people have already done that? Or do I go ahead, or do I just let it go because she is a small business owner and we don't know what's going on in her life? Although, like I said, she's been very active on Instagram. She's also been to some trade shows. So anyway, you guys let me know. Okay? All right. Moving on. So now, guys, let's talk about the Happee Knits Fall KAL. It's over. It's over. You guys did an amazing job. We had 96 entries. That is absolutely
4 away from 100.
Absolutely mind-blowing. So I loved looking at everything that you guys knitted for this KAL. The hats were amazing, and you guys are pretty quick knitters and crocheters. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you who the winners are and what you have won. Okay, so first up, I did the random number generator, so it was fair and square. So like I said, we had 96 entries. So winner number 1 is entry number 84, MommaBear, who is Karie on Ravelry. And Karie put in at least probably 15 to 20 hats, I would say, for this KAL. Wouldn't you say, Jordan? So this is the. What are you doing?
No answer.
Why? You didn't know. You didn't look. You didn't see.
Nope.
Nope. Anyway, so her gift is going to be the Yarn Project roll-up bag that I showed in the last episode. It's black and white, as you can see, and it will hold your needles and all kinds of yarny goodness. It's got a hole here for your yarn to come through if you want to knit while the yarn is still in the bag. So that is prize number 1. Okay, prize number 2 goes to entry number 43, Little Miss Muffett, and her name is Melba on Ravelry. Melba, you have won the skein of the Uru, I always say that, Uru yarn, which is in the colorway lavender. See the t-shirt? Okay. Lavender, and this and this is 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 10% stellina, and it's 399 yards. So I hope that you make some wonderful socks or shawl or whatever you want out of this. Okay, and then last but not least, because we had so many entries from MommaBear, she actually won a second time with entry number 26. So she is the proud owner of these 2 skeins
Whatchamacallit.
of yarn from one of my earlier Knit Crate subscriptions. And it is going to, it's the brand Knitology.
Knitology.
No, Yes, it is. Knitology in their colorway dashboard, and it's 100% superwash merino and 180 yards. Yeah, not everything has nylon in it. Nylon is usually reserved for socks.
Oh, so that's why it's bigger, or it looks looser.
Yeah, that's fingering weight.
Which means it's.
This is worsted weight. So, MommaBear, Karie, you get 2 of these skeins to knit whatever your heart's desire. So if you will get in contact with me and through Ravelry or through happyknits@yahoo.com, send me your address and I will get these out to you in the mail hopefully this week. Okay, congratulations everyone for participating in the KAL. I really do appreciate it. It was so much fun. So yeah. Now we still have the Show Me the Pink KAL going on. It ends at the end of October. What are you doing?
Huh?
Is he making faces? Anyway, it ends at the end of October, and it was just to show support for Breast Cancer Awareness Week. And even Jordan's team at school was wearing pink, which I thought was really cool. So even their team was participating in the Breast Cancer Awareness Week. There are
They won.
And they won. There are not going to be any prizes for that KAL. It was just kind of just a show of support for breast cancer, and if you wanted to participate, you could. So a few of you guys have done that, and like I said, I always enjoy looking at what you guys knit for these KALs. It just makes me so happy. So thank you for that. It makes you happy. Okay, Jordan, what is our next KAL going to be?
Oh. Oh. I forgot it. Was it? I don't know.
You look a hot mess. In the most. Okay, so while he's chuckling to himself, let's talk about it. This is going to be our second annual 12 Days of Christmas KAL. Last year was the first one. This one, of course, is the second one. So I took Jordan's advice from the last podcast. And last year I gave out gifts from December the 1st through December the 12th. This year we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to give out prizes on December the 14th all the way through to Christmas, December the 25th. What are you doing?
I'm trying to fix it.
It looks fine.
No, it doesn't. There's a little wrinkle right here.
It's because it's supposed to be like you know, it's supposed to hang like that, kinda. So I have a tutorial on this this Santa hat. I think it's last year or 2 years ago. So you guys might want to check that out. It was a very fast knit because it was knit with thick yarn. So yeah, check that out if you want to.
Really big pom-pom, honey.
Oh, that pom-pom is so cute. Anyway, so from the time that this podcast airs until December 13th, those are the dates of the KAL. Once December 13th is here at midnight, then we start choosing prizes for the next 12 days. I will send out a video every single day of the winner up until December the 25th. And you are guaranteed to for sure get a project bag or a project tote, just like we did last year.
Or
so
a skein of yarn, right?
No, not a skein of yarn. Well, I know it depends. It depends. So for sure you are guaranteed to get a project bag and or a tote. That is 100%. And if you remember last year, we had some really good prizes. So I hope to keep the prizes at that level or even go beyond that. So if you are a maker out there and you want to send me prizes for this KAL, please get in contact with me. I would love to showcase your items on my podcast. Now, for the rules. Okay, so you can knit or crochet any item that is 50 grams of yarn or more. And in this particular KAL, we're saying no hats just because we just finished the hat KAL. So I just want to make sure that we are clear on that. Anything except hats, okay? So you may crochet or knit any item for this KAL except for hats. So you may enter more than one item. What are you doing?
Oh, you were...
Listen. No. You may enter more than one item because I want you guys to up your chances of winning, because we can have multiple winners in this particular KAL as well, and we did have multiple winners last year. Now, I will tell you that you will automatically get a second entry in this KAL if you knit socks or a shawl. Automatically, you don't have to do anything. If you enter a sock or shawl, you would automatically...
A sock or a pair of socks?
Who would knit just one sock?
Stockings.
Okay, stockings don't count, but a pair... Okay, do you...
It's a big sock, isn't it?
But do you wear a stocking?
No. If you had two of them, you could wear them.
I don't know why when we get on this podcast, he starts adding stuff to my KAL. Okay, so since he's brought this up, oh my God.
It's one big sock.
Sometimes it's good to have him on the show. Sometimes not so much. Oh, your feelings. Oh, your feelings. Okay, listen. Okay, so let me back up, and I apologize for not running this by him. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, you will automatically get a second entry if you knit a pair of socks, a Christmas stocking,
yay,
or a shawl. How about that? Are you good? Oh, gosh, this is... So anyway, guys, as we have more podcasts, I will show you the prizes that you can potentially win as we go forward. So that's that. Okay. Anything else you want to add to the KAL before we move on? Okay, no. Okay, great. Now,
I didn't think of anything.
Last episode I talked about you guys sending me new podcasters that you watch that I may not watch, because I want to send shout outs to these podcasters, because like I said,
we should name this part something. I'll come up with it later.
Once again,
I've added something. Dun dun dun.
Okay, anyway, can I finish? Anyway, see, I'm telling you, every time he talks to me, I lose my train of thought. Okay, so I was talking about new podcasters and how I asked you guys to send me podcasters that you may watch that I do not currently watch, and some of you guys were nice enough to do that. So I'm going to send out some shout outs right now to new podcasters that I actually got to watch a few episodes of, because I don't have a whole lot of time to go all the way back through to the beginning of a lot of these podcasters, but I did catch a couple of different episodes from each one of them, and I was completely enthralled. So first up is Elenis Crafts. This is Lorraine. She is a British knitter, which I just loved the accents. Anyway, and she is a beginner crocheter. So I would love for you guys to check out her podcast. And for any of these podcasts that I mentioned, if you guys enjoy their podcast, tell them that I said hello and I sent you there to say hi. Okay, it would be a nice touch.
Hello.
Okay, so first up is Elenis Crafts, like I said, and I will leave all the links below in the description box below for you guys to click on those podcasts and check them out, because podcasting is not easy. It's a lot of behind the scenes things, editing. Oh, you can take that off now.
No.
Anyway, so I just want to show some love to those podcasters out there who who are starting on their journey or who have had their journey, been on their journey for a little while, to say hello and to send some shout outs your way. So Elena's Crafts is up next. I will put the information of the names up here for you so you guys can check that out as well. Next up is 4 Knit Sakes podcast. This is Allison. She is a military wife that has just recently, I think last year, located to El Paso, Texas. Hey, from this side of the world. Texas, Texas, Texas. Woohoo.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. You guys check out her podcast as well. Next up is Fiber Hustle Podcast.
Hustle.
With Aaron and Chip. And they live in Seattle. Great podcast. I think they're also, one of them I think is also a quilter as well. So I'm a beginner quilter, so we can totally relate to that. So you guys check out their podcast. They're quite entertaining, full of knowledge and information, and it's just nice to see men in this community as well. So we love everybody, so get it done. And then last up is Raspberry Knitting Podcast. Her name is Cassie, and she's a young knitter. I think last year she was in the 7th or 8th grade, so she might be in the 9th grade this year. I'm not 100% sure, but you guys check her out. She's so cute, and I just love when young people are interested in the fiber arts.
I was.
You are interested in the fiber arts because you do this podcast with me. You know more. You don't knit, but you know more about knitting than I bet you a bunch of kids your age. Wouldn't you say that to be the case?
Yeah.
So anyways, like I said, she's a young knitter, but really cute. Great. She's a great knitter. So that's even better. So you guys check out her podcast too and show her some love as well. So I hope that you guys like this little bit of a section on new podcasts to check out. One of my old friends, Rena, who is a slow knitter, I'm sending you a shout out. I'll put her information below too. She just recently told me that she was doing 2 at a time knitting, and she was going back to my tutorial to check that out. So I wanted to send a shout out to Rena, the slow knitter. So you guys check out her podcast too if you have not done so. Okay? Why do you do that?
I don't know.
You want me to act like you?
Yeah. That's offensive.
Oh, it's offensive when I do it, but not you.
Well, I'm only doing stuff with my hands.
Okay. Anyway, let's get on to whips, because I'm going to tell you right now, I have no finished objects. And I've been a busy beaver. This last couple months.
You're gonna say bee.
Quilting, sewing, making jam,
Cricut stuff.
making Cricut stuff. I am literally like all over the place. I need to rein in my craftiness, but I'm telling you, I I love it all. So I'm gonna go through this quickly because you've seen this in the last podcast, and there's nothing absolutely special about these, but these are still my dad's socks. But I have started.
Oh, I didn't finish.
I didn't finish, but I have started on the increases on the back heel for the Flegel heel, and I saw him recently, so I got his measurements, and so I should be good to go with the size of his foot. I don't need his foot size anymore, so I'm very happy with that. This is my recipe 2 at a time.
Recipe.
Toe up.
I moved.
Toe up. The like I said, Flegel heel 2 at a time. Toe up. This is a 72-inch stitch count with my Chalgu needles. So US size 1, 2.25 millimeter. So I will have those done. I just haven't had those done. And while I'm thinking about it, I had a viewer ask me about making a cardboard template for their feet, because I was going to do that for my dad. But since I went home, his foot was available for me to use. But I do want to tell you, and most of you guys probably already know this, but I told her that I would show it. what I do when I make a cardboard template is I have the person stand up with their foot on a piece of cardboard, and I take a Sharpie pen and I outline their foot, and then I cut that outline out, and then you have a foot. What I like to do is from the heel of the foot, I usually will go down and I will mark the 2-inch mark area, because a lot of heels that we knit, once you have the length of the foot, you start knitting the heel 2 inches before the end of the foot. Okay, now for the Flegel heel, which I like, that is not necessarily the case. The Flegel heel increases start a little bit earlier, because you're knitting where the foot and the leg meet is where you start the increases. So you can also mark that on your cardboard as well. So this helps you if you like to knit for members of the family or friends who are not present. If you can have them to they can even do this themselves and mail it to you, because this cardboard weighs absolutely nothing. So if they are not available, just have them do it and have them send it to you, and you can put their names up here, and that way you know whose foot it is. Okay, so my 4-year-old daughter just woke up, so if you actually hear her, she's back behind there. But anyway, so I hope that this little tidbit helps you if you, like I said, if you have members or family members or friends that you don't have their foot available to knit socks. Just have them cut out a cardboard for you. And ship it. Yeah, mail it, not ship it, mail it. Okay, so next up, I have not finished my mustache yarn socks.
Mustache yarn.
Well, Mustache Yarns is the name of the person who dyes the yarn, the company. Yes. Anyway, I think I've gotten a little bit further than I was the last time. A teensy bit. So this is in her colorway Nocturne Alley, and there's a matching mini. And these are the socks that I told you that I'm going to do the the Fish Lips Kiss heel on, because I learned it this summer at my local yarn shop, which I'm totally excited about. So yeah, so this is still again 2 at a time, because that's the way that I knit my socks. And I love the speckling in this yarn. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. I see you back there yawning, Jordan. So, so anyway, it's 2 at a time, US size 1, 2.25, on another set of Chalgu needles. So hopefully by the next episode, I will have those knit up and done. So that literally is all of the knitting. I just kind of knit on it when I can, and that really honestly has not been a lot of time, because between football, band, Alexis's stuff, I'm telling you, if you are a mother and you have more than one child, yeah. So anyway, so I just knit when I can. I sit in the car in the line waiting for him, getting it in while I can. And plus, like I said, my crafting has been all over the place. So yeah, that's why you're seeing the same things over and over again. And I apologize for that. Not really, but you know what I mean? It's just
a fake apology.
It's not yeah, I thought about it, and I thought, I mean, it's real life, right? No. So we can only do what we can do. So now, let me tell you guys about this community and the yarny goodness that lies within. So I had 2 people to mail me gifts. Hold on just one moment. So anyway, I want to show you what I got in the mail from these 2 wonderful individuals. So first up, I got a beautiful card. Yeah, he's telling his sister to be quiet. So anyway, I got this beautiful card from Kim Goody, And she is on Instagram. And
Fruit.
look how cute that is.
It has fruit on it.
It says, whenever I think of our friendship, I'm totally in love. The world seems brighter, happier place. So thank you so much, Kim. You are so sweet to send these to me. And I want to show you, these are Ann Tudor artisan glass stitch markers. And look, let me see if I can get a little bit closer so you can see. Are they not the cutest? I know it's getting blown out, but look at the detail on those stitch markers. They're so
Those
cute.
cats.
They're adorable.
Those are owls. Oops.
Yep.
I called them cats.
Anyway, I absolutely love them. Thank you, Kim. You are so sweet to send those to me. Amazing. Like I said, just when you get things in the mail, just because sometimes it's just nice, right? And then I'd also like to show you what Robin Carden sent me in the mail. And she is a stamper or card maker. She makes the most gorgeous and most beautiful cards. I'm telling you, just absolutely amazing. What are you doing? I'm gonna need for him to focus. Focus.
I've been sitting down for too long.
Anyway, she sent me some lovely items that I'm going to show you. Now, her website is called My Pink Stamper. And if you guys have ever been interested in getting into card making and stamping, she is the person for you. Just go out to her website. You can do some shopping, or you can join her because she does demonstrations for Pink Stamper. And so if there's any questions that you have, she'll be more than happy to help you out with that. But check her out because I highly recommend. She has a beautiful soul and a spirit, and you would not be disappointed. And she is Robin Stamps on Instagram, by the way. Okay, so let me show you the beautiful things that I got from her. So first of all, she is also a knitter and a bag maker. So she does have a shop on Etsy, which I don't have listed right now, but I will put that information down below in the description box. So she sent me, did I? Yeah. She sent me this gorgeous Halloween bag with, let me see if I can get it to focus, with black cat. That's because your head.
Oh, usually it works. I just put my head down the corner.
Black cats, beautifully lined. The construction is impeccable, and it's a drawstring bag, which I have an affection for drawstring bags. I make those in my shop as well. But anyway, beautiful. You guys check out her shop. I don't think she has any bags in her shop right now, but she does periodically put those in there. So just keep an eye, favorite her shop, and then you'll be able to get a notification when she lists new items. So beautiful, beautiful spirit. So that was one thing. Sorry,
packaging.
Sorry for the crinkling. Next up, she sent me, I'm going to unwrap this too, guys. Machete.
Name of the
Machete. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, machete.
Machete.
Or does machete have two T's in it?
No, I think it's right. If I am pronouncing this wrong, I apologize. I follow her on Instagram. So she sent me a skein of her yarn. Y'all look at that. Look at the colors and the speckling in this yarn. It is freaking amazing. It's getting slightly blown out because this is kind of a light green color, but you guys get the idea. It is in her colorway Grandmother Willow on her simple sock base, which is 75% 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it's a 4-ply, and it is 463
What's a 4
yards.
What's a 4-ply?
If you were to unravel
There are 4 strings in there.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, so I guess it's.
See?
That's what ply means?
Yeah.
So
But you see the 4?
Oh, yeah, I see them.
He learned.
So that's how
he
toilet
learned
paper
something.
works too, right? Just like a 2-ply, there'd be 2 pieces of toilet paper together.
Didn't we have this conversation once before? I'm having
No.
deja vu. Yes, we did.
I
You
don't
brought up
remember
toilet
it.
paper when we were talking about the plies. I remember. Do you guys remember that episode?
I don't remember this. No.
You're totally taken away from the gift giving.
I put a little touch of magic on it.
That's not what I would call it. Magic is
Touch
not.
of me.
Yeah. Okay. And then next up is this cute little stitch marker progress keeper. I'm gonna see it. Let's see if it'll focus. Guys, it is an ice cream sandwich. How cool is that? And it looks like it's what do you call it when it's? Is that Neapolitan with the pink
Yeah. I'm
chocolate
pretty sure.
and vanilla in it? I don't know if you can
Triple
see
danger beam.
the sides of it. Anyway, this is from Sweet Cherry, and she has an Etsy shop, and I can honestly say I do not have a stitch marker or a progress keeper that is anywhere remotely like this. How cute is that? And then last but not least, guys, I want to show you her beautiful custom cards. I'm not a stamper or a card maker, but I can honestly say that when I get cards that have been handmade, it just tells me that somebody took the time to really specifically focus on making it personal, right? Look at these cards.
Can you just frame one of those?
You could frame them. They're pretty enough to frame.
Why don't we frame them?
Because I would like to give them out, because she was hard work. Not hard work, it was, you know. So anyway, and they're blank inside, so you can fill these out to whomever you like, but I just want to show you the detail and the beauty that went into these cards.
That
So
looks
there's
like it'll
one.
take a while.
I've actually watched her videos on her tutorials on YouTube, and if you are really into card making, it looks like something that takes a lot of time, but the cards that she makes don't take a lot of time, but the outcome is like amazing, right? So this is the second card. Happiest Christmas wishes. That embossing, that foil embossing is everything. I love it. And then last but not least, and I think this is really my favorite one, is look at that. Uh-oh, let me turn it around the right way. Look at the detail in that card, and the reindeer and the background. So thank you, Robin, so much. You literally made my day when I went to the post office and I saw this. It was truly a blessing, and you are a blessing as well. So if you guys are interested in learning how to make cards, like I said, please go out to mypinkstamper.com. She also has a YouTube channel where you can check out how to make cards just like this. So like I said, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, and I think that I only have, do I have one more, Jordan? One more thingamabobber? I do. I have one more. I have one more acquisition, and I ordered this bag from Diane, my daughter. She's dying to talk. From Diane Couture, and you guys know how much I love owls, right? So this is kind of a Halloween bag with the dark backgrounds and the purples, but look at the animated characters of the owls. What I like about her bags, this is her, I think she calls it an owl bag, is because it's got snaps on the top. It's like a yarn bowl, I guess. And you can put your yarn in here, and it's got a hole for you to draw your yarn out through while you are knitting. So everything is self-contained. But I love the characters of the owls. I think they are so cute. So when I saw this in her shop, I said yes. And she is in Dallas as a neighbor to me. So you guys check out her shop as well. I'll put her information in the down bar for you. But I think that that is the only thing that I bought this time.
Impressive.
I'm actually getting really good at not purchasing on the whim, because if I see something, guys, you know, I told you before that Instagram is the devil. So lastly, I think that's it. But okay, guys. So I take that back. I have some shop news real quick. Okay, so lastly, I want to talk about my shop news. So I am, in honor of the Grinch that's coming out, I think next week, I'm making some Grinch bags, which I am not finished with. And I saw this fabric and I just thought, oh my God, I love it. And this is going to be the lining that goes with this bag. I thought it was a cute touch. And these are going to be drawstring bags, and I am not done with them. I did start on the sewing, but I have not finished. This is also another Grinch, and he's very comical.
I'm just gonna put it this way this time. Yeah.
Anyway, so this is the Grinch, and as you can see, he's doing what he does best, stealing trees. And so this is going to be the lining for those bags. And then I have one more, which is kind of an old school bag. It's got Christmas. It has a black background, and then the lining is going to be kind of a ticking, but not quite. So yeah, so it's going to be, so those are, hopefully I will have those in my shop by the end of this week. And then lastly, guys, so every year at my job, we celebrate Halloween by doing some kind of skit or some kind of something as a department. So for the first time, and I have been sewing, I have been doing quilting lately, and but I have never sewn an actual garment for myself. So guess what, guys? I sewed a skirt off of a tutorial on YouTube, and we are doing Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. I'm telling you guys, this right here, move your head. There's a reason why he has this shirt. So anyway, y'all, I'm telling you, I am very proud of this skirt. It came out so well, and I'm going to hopefully insert a picture for you of me wearing it, because we're going to do a little dance for, that's my Alexis.
I'm seeing myself.
I know, it's okay. So, so anyway, I am going to show that to you hopefully with it on. I'll insert a picture. But I have just been enjoying making t-shirts, sewing, etc. So I want to get one more question before I leave to get your opinion on. My channel started off specifically as a knitting channel. And because, Lexi, just wait. And because I have grown to encompass so many more crafts, I want to expand my channel to include some of my sewing, some of my t-shirt making, some of the things that I am really in love with at the moment. So my first love is always going to be knitting. Nothing is going to change about my content as far as the knitting is concerned. I'm still going to podcast. Okay, I had to stop the podcast because baby girl was trying to get in, and once she's in, let me tell you, chaos will ensue. So anyway, I would like to add more content to my channel, and not to take away from the knitting or the podcast, and I'm still going to do knitting tutorials. I'm still going to do all those things, but I would like to add more content for the things that I am loving at the moment. So I figure if I title those videos correctly, if you're not interested, then you definitely don't have to watch those if you are just here for the knitting content. So I just want to check to make sure and see if she's talking to see if you guys would be okay with that. So just let me know down in the comments below how you feel about that. And yeah, she's watching squirrels outside.
Jordan's trying to kill the squirrel.
Jordan's trying to kill the squirrel.
I was throwing acorns at it early.
I didn't let him go home.
He can't kill a squirrel with acorns. So anyway, guys,
Is that a challenge?
Jordan!
we love animals in this house. We do not, So anyway, guys, I think that's it. I apologize for the end of this segment. I know it was kind of loosey-goosey, but we are done. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. So let me know if you wouldn't mind me adding anything to the channel. Okay, guys, that's it. So we will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.